It may be fall, but it's never too late for spring cleaning. And while it can be kind of scary thinking about all that nasty stuff cluttering your basement and garage, we have easy tips this morning on how to get rid of all that stuff. Renee Loux is here. She is author of Easy Green Living. Renee, good morning.
Good morning.
Such an important topic because there's so much waste every day.
So much waste. I mean, in fact, we on average produce 4.5 pounds a day of this waste. So reducing that is ideal. Recycling is the next best step, and figuring out what to do with the rest is where we're at today.
Right, because people by now know how to recycle glass and paper and plastic, but things like batteries, for example, a lot of people have no clue what to do with their batteries.
Right, well, and in fact, lead acid batteries are actually illegal to dispose of. This is, car batteries, camcord batteries, but as far as single-use batteries, there's about 3 billion sold a year, so this is something worth thinking about. Now, disposing of them is, you don't want to throw them into the garbage because they contain heavy metals like mercury, lead, cadmium that end up in groundwater, surface water. So more and more retailers will actually take them back. Home Depot is one place. Whole Foods Markets also has a lot of take-back programs. And I have to say, rechargeable batteries, though, the next time anyone's going to buy batteries is a great step. They last longer. And I hear from the sound guys, that they last longer for things like microphones.
Yeah, we use rechargeables in our microphone. This is great. A lot of people don't even realize that rechargeable batteries exist. You use them forever.
Well, not forever, but really a long time. They last a lot longer. They're a great buy. In the long run, you'll save a lot of money, exactly. And the convenience factor of having something you can recharge on hand can't be beat.
Very good. Let's go with electronics. I have about 5 or 6 cell phones in a drawer because I don't know what to do with them.
Well, you're not alone, especially, technology changing so rapidly. And on average, we're all getting a cell phone about every 18 months. So instead of just letting them lie around or even throwing them in the garbage, you can put them to good use. The batteries certainly contain valuable materials, and there's a growing number of organizations who can actually benefit from donations.
Like?
Cell Phones for Soldiers is a great one. They'll even send you free postage, and we'll take the proceeds of selling these phones to buy calling cards for soldiers overseas to be able to call home, so everyone can feel good about that.
That's fantastic. All right, light bulbs, fluorescent light bulbs.
Well, compact fluorescents have been, growing in popularity, much more efficient than incandescents. However, disposing of them is something most people don't think about. They do contain a small amount of mercury, so disposing of them properly, really important. IKEA, Home Depot will all take them back, and the EPA suggests if you are going to dispose of them at home to put them in 2 bags and dispose of them wisely.
Okay, so the one we're looking at here is actually the light bulb of the future?
Yes, the light bulb of the future is an LED. It's a light-emitting diode, and they're really coming onto the market. They're hugely efficient, don't contain any mercury, and use just a fraction of the energy.
Very good. All right, medications. A lot of people flush them, and that winds up in the water supply, doesn't it?
The last thing you want to do with the unused medication, indeed, is flush them. There's more and more take-back programs for unused medication. If in doubt, ask your pharmacy, and if you're going to dispose of them, crush them, and just make sure to take off any of your personal information.
All right, what about packing things? This is very large and difficult to dispose of.
Yes, well, in the age especially of more and more online retailing, packaging is becoming a big issue. What I do and what I suggest is that any kind of mailing postage center will usually take it back happily to reuse. And as far as, things like cardboard boxes, corrugated boxes, easy to recycle, things like this, bring back. But one thing I do when I'm ordering online, in the comments box, I ask them, please, as little packaging as possible. And this is how we as consumers can start to change that tide.
A lot of these tips you're giving us require a lot of work on our part. We actually have to take the stuff back somewhere. Besides it being good for the environment and the right thing to do, is there any incentive, like financial, for taking things back?
Certainly, I think for things like the rechargeable batteries, absolutely, you can end up saving money in the long run. Some of this does take a little bit of effort, and it's well worth it. I mean, to me, I feel like I'm doing something that really matters, and it's a matter of just programming it into the day-to-day.
That's true, making it part of your routine. All right, so what do you do with a car with all these waste, oil and filters?
Well, when it comes to any kind of car materials maintenance, especially motor oil, is something that's very easy to recycle. Almost all facilities will recycle it, whether you get your service done there or do it yourself. And this is the kind of thing that makes a big difference. I mean, recycling just 2 gallons of motor oil is the equivalent of the amount of electricity it takes to power a home for almost 24 hours. So these small efforts really add up to something significant.
All right, and lastly, we've been talking all morning, how do you throw away paint?
Paint is one of the more difficult ones. So the first thing is to try to use it. Give it to a friend, use it as a primer, donate it to a school theater program or an organization like Habitat for Humanity. Acrylic paints, if you can't find anything to do with them, let them dry before disposing of them. Oil-based paints do need to be disposed of at a hazardous facility. So again, try to use them, reuse them, get somebody else to use them, and until they're all done.
Renee Loux, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you can have more of these tips on our website, earlyshow.cbsnews.com.